Hello, good morning and welcome to our pumpkin pecking patch at the bottom. We've got a mix of sunflowers down here and pumpkins, and as you can see we have started to get some flowers on the pumpkins. Now this one here, that one, I don't know if you can see, that is a male flower. When the female, which produces the pumpkin, it will have a little ball on the end of the flower. So that is a female flower which produces the pumpkins. And as you can see, some of the growth on these, again, they are getting really big now. So hopefully we are getting some big pumpkins this year. And there, we've got another male flower. So what the bee actually does is goes into there, gets the pollen, and then if there's a female flower around, that's how they get pollinated. But you can actually hand pollinate them yourself. So what you'd do is you would pick the male flower off like that, get the inside, and that is where all the pollen is. I don't know whether you can see that on the video. That is where all the pollen is. If I rub my hands over it, that is all the pollen on there. So what the bee actually does is it goes into the female, pollinates it, and then the flowers actually close up, and that's when you get pumpkins on there. In my last video, the actual flowers haven't opened up yet, so we can actually get the pollinating done, or you can leave it to the bees. It's whatever you want. But what I'm going to actually do now is talk you through what I've been doing feeding wise for the pumpkins, and especially now they have started to flower. So I've been doing them twice a week. So what I've got here is a 10 litre 2 gallon watering can. That's that. I've been feeding once a week with a liquid feed, liquid seaweed feed. You can get that in any garden centre. So I've been doing that roughly on a Wednesday, and then on a Sunday, now that it's been flowering and everything, I've been feeding a tomato right. So the measurements for it are for it says for 4.5 litres, 20 ml. So for a 10 litre, I've been roughly putting about 45-50 ml of tomato feed into that, then topping up with water. And then with that one, we've been doing the same for the seaweed. I like to do the seaweed because that does all the leaves good and everything. And then switching over to the tomato feed, which feeds the actual pumpkins themselves. So hopefully they'll get bigger with that. And then I've been watering them every day. So make sure you water in between. Make sure you water every day, because the pumpkins, they do like to be heavy feeders, and I always think the more that you can give them, the bigger the pumpkin, really. You know, they take on the water. So as I've just been talking to you here now, seeing, so that one there, that is a female. See the ball underneath the flower? And this one here, that is a male what hasn't got a ball. So when that flower there opens up, it'll be like that, and then you can pollinate it yourself. So yes, Now that they're starting to fruit, don't forget, water at least near enough every day or every other day, and make sure you feed at least once a week with either. I like to use the seaweed one to get the plant started, to get the leaf growth. Then when they start to fruit, I switch over to a Tomato-Rite or anything as such, but I like to do once a week for both of them. So like a Sunday I feed the Tomato-Rite, and on a Wednesday or Thursday I like to do the seaweed one. So hopefully that gives you some tips on how to water. I think my next video, what I'll show you is to pollinate some pumpkins, and hopefully we'll get some growth from them. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you next time.